I don't know if you can see what the light looks like around us, but if you've ever wanted to stand inside a sunset, it's sort of that color out here right now. We're getting, a moment ago, it was feeling like it was starting to actually get dark out here, and then all of a sudden, the sky took on this orange tone, and the light is orange all around us. Everything sort of, literally, it feels like you're kind of floating in a cloud during a sunset, the way that the light is out here. It seems like it may be because there's a little bit of a break in the clouds that are going over us, and it feels like we're on kind of the backside of the eye now, where we are watching the winds move from behind the hotel out toward the Gulf. Generally speaking, we're seeing some winds whipping around in a circle where we are, but the clouds, as they move, feel like they're moving across the island back out toward the Gulf in our location. Again, the curfew is taking effect here in just about 25 minutes, but it doesn't appear like there's a whole lot of activity to actually have to go look out for during this curfew. Very little traffic. In fact, since the last time we talked, we've seen no vehicles, no police vehicles, no fire vehicles, no vehicles whatsoever actually moving out here on Seawall Boulevard or on any of the side streets. There is power still in this location as we take some of those gusts here. We do have power in this location, but it remains to be seen how long, because now we can see a line about 20 blocks from here where there is no power. It's gotten dark enough that we can see the street lights that are working in the areas where it isn't, and this happens to be one of those pockets where it is still powered, at least for the time being. Of course, nobody here is under the impression that that's going to remain the case. They're expecting power to go out, and they're starting to gather folks in the hotel and move them down into the ballrooms that's just above the Emergency Operations Center, which is where they want everybody here to hunker down for the storm. They don't want anybody up in those guest rooms, because those windows, of course, with pressure changes and wind, are known to blow out and create problems up there. And the last thing they need is someone up on the 15th floor of this building in a room where the windows blow out with an exposed balcony. They don't want that. So they're bringing everybody down into the areas that are more protected in the hotel. Again, the emergency operations folks are getting ready to shut things down, essentially, and not go out anymore in this area. I don't know if you've seen that color change just since I've been standing here talking to you, but now we've gone from that orange back to dark, back to stormy, and we're starting to lose our light. I'm going to come up a little bit more so we can get a little bit more of that camera light. Again, we're in that protected area, but the winds behind me are very strong at this point, well above hurricane sustained force in this particular area where we are. Some of that may be a factor of having these buildings around and pushing that wind, but it is much stronger. It's continuing to get much stronger. But again, still power in this area, and we're starting to lose the light of day, which means everything that's going to be happening here will be happening in the dark. And of course, that's one of the reasons why they want people off the street, why they're not going to go out and respond, because when you're in the dark, you don't have any protection. You can't see any of the flying debris that's out there. Just a few minutes ago, my photographers Tom Empey and Ernesto Torres and I watched as part of a piece of roof from a building flew up into the air, appeared to just sort of hover up there, and then went diving down into the Gulf, never to be seen again. It's those sorts of hazards that people want to avoid. So folks that still do have power down here in Galveston and who may be hunkered down here in Galveston, the advice from everyone is go inside, stay inside, let the storm pass, and when the sun comes up, that's the time to come out and check out any damage.